My health has come a long way from having no energy, intense cravings, crazy periods, hormones all over the place, to now feeling a lot more confident, happy, and content in my body. My energy levels have increased tenfold, and here are 10 unexpected practices that have transformed my health for free. We're constantly being bombarded about the next best wellness purchase, supplements, and some scams. Now, supplements are great and all, but if you are not taking advantage of the free practices that are available to you, then I feel you are doing a disservice to your health. This is a video that I wish I had 6-7 years ago when I began this journey of transformation. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. Number 1, sunshine, baby. We have been conditioned as a society to believe that the sun is bad for us and even dangerous. There is nothing further from the truth. If you have listened to one Andrew Huberman podcast, you would have probably learned of the importance of receiving sunshine, especially during the times of sunrise and sunset. This is especially important for regulating your body's internal sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. If you are a shift worker, upon waking, turn on the lights. This will help with your circadian rhythm. It is important to note that receiving sunshine through a window during the morning does not have the same effect. You won't get the same impact and benefits as commercial glass blocks UVB rays, so you won't get the benefits that you would being outside. Have you ever gone outside and felt your anxiety melt from your body, literally just melt? There is a scientific reason for this. Studies show that as little as 10 minutes of immersion in nature can benefit your overall well-being. It can lower your blood pressure, enhance immune function, decrease your stress hormone cortisol. Andrea Taylor has done research with children with ADHD and has found that nature can increase their attention span as well. Even something as simple as opening your windows to let fresh air into your home. Often dirty air accumulates inside because of gas, dust, pollutants that build up. Number 3 is so easy. This one is turning off your Wi-Fi at night. Some of you might be thinking, does Wi-Fi even do anything? Absolutely. When we're talking about Wi-Fi radiation, what we're really talking about is radio frequency radiation, a form of electromagnetic frequency radiation, also known as EMF. This type of radiation can easily be measured by an EMF meter and is perfectly capable of penetrating the walls of your home or office and can travel great distances. In 2013, the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering at the University of Melbourne completed an extensive study on how EMF radiation affects the quality of our sleep, especially in relation to our pineal gland. What they found was that our bodies sense EMF radiation very similar to how we perceive light. As our bodies sense this radiation, our pineal gland, which is responsible for producing melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep and circadian rhythm, slows down production. This negatively impacts our sleep quality. One of the best reasons you shouldn't sleep next to your cell phone at night is because it impacts the quality of your sleep. You probably heard that feeling gratitude makes you feel happier, less depressed, etc.
It's a scientific fact that the hormones of stress downregulate genes and create disease, long-term effects. Human beings, because of the size of the neocortex, we can turn on the stress response just by thought alone. We can think about our problems and turn on those chemicals. That means then our thoughts could make us sick. So if it's possible that our thoughts could make us sick, is it possible then our thoughts could make us well? The answer is absolutely yes.
Dr. Joe Dispenza from the previous clip shares his teachings about how our thoughts create our vibrations, which create our life. Through his meditations and teachings, people have literally healed from diseases like cancers. This chart shows how each emotion aligns with the frequency, and I'm going to link that podcast episode below so you can check it out. Gratitude vibrates at a frequency of 540, and this means that being grateful falls on the same level as love. It is one of the highest vibrational frequencies that you can be at. The more time that you spend in gratitude and love, the more you raise your body's natural vibration. And as a result, the healthier your body becomes. Number 5 is movement. Your lymphatic system is part of your immune system and protects your body from invaders, among other things. It's your body's natural sewage system. Lymph nodes filter substances traveling through the body and contain white blood cells. Movement helps lymph move through your lymphatic system. This is one of the best reasons that I love going on a walk and moving that stagnant energy throughout my body. Movement helps you regulate your nervous system, get you from a flight or flight stress response to a rest and digest response, which is so important in a day and age where we're constantly looking at ways to decrease our stress. And this is one of the reasons that I love yoga, because certain postures will literally support certain organs in our body. And I think that's incredible. Stress literally causes dis-ease in our body. And one of the best ways I've been able to regulate my stress is through movement. So if you're a girl, learn about cycle syncing, watch my cycle syncing playlist, and this will teach you about the different movements that you should do to support your hormones throughout your cycle. You shouldn't be doing cardio all throughout your cycle, and this can actually have a negative impact on our hormones. This is also not something that we're taught in school. I did a lot of research, made some videos for you so you can learn it in a condensed format. Research has shown that the #1 factor that is common for positive aging results in older adults, it's not what they ate, it's not how much they exercise, it is the quality of their social connections. We are literally social creatures, and this is one of the big reasons that COVID was so hard for so many people. We were literally isolated from our community. So connect with people. I found that making friends as a young adult is a little bit more challenging than when you're in high school, and so one of the best ways that I've made friends is by joining something where I will see people on a consistent basis, or inviting people to hang out. Because if you want to make plans, make the plan and have people come. Everyone's always wanting someone else to start the plan. So if you take that responsibility upon yourself, it'll help you to build and flourish new connections. When I go to my yoga classes, I feel like I've built a community even though I've only been going there for 2 months, because I see the same people, I recognize the same instructors, we always chat, and the simplicity of just having a conversation with these people on a regular basis positively impacts my health. The interaction, the social connection that I'm getting literally has positive benefits for me. #7 is grounding, aka connecting your dogs to the literal ground, touching your foot flat on the earth. So now this is known as earthing or grounding, and it refers to the discovery that bodily contact with the earth's natural electric charge stabilizes the physiology at the deepest levels, reducing inflammation, pain, and stress. It can improve blood flow, energy, sleep, and generates greater well-being. It can literally reduce inflammation. In this photo, you can see images of a woman who's 55 years old before earthing and just after earthing or grounding for 1 hour. You can see a greater uniformity of skin temperature on the right, and this indicates improved distribution and balance of blood and lymph. #8, purpose and passion. Passion gives us purpose. We all choose to do things simply because we enjoy them. I made this video because I'm passionate about holistic wellness and healing from the inside out. My dad, over the age of 50 now, looks forward to his weekly soccer games because he's passionate about the beautiful sport. But how does this translate to healing? Because when you honor your dreams, your desires, you feel good. Dr. Lisa Rankin, author of Mind Over Medicine, explains in her book her findings of medical literature that when you do things that fulfill you, you can heal yourself. You are literally feeding your soul. The more you do things that create joy, the more joy you will feel. Through the law of attraction, you know, what you feel, it will expand. Now, this is totally used everywhere. Mindfulness this, mindfulness that. My favorite definition of it is being present, moment by moment. And this is why I love yoga so much, because I can be doing postures and I will find that my mind will wander over here and I'll be thinking about the next 10 things on my to-do list. And then I'll always come back to my breath and my thoughts. And I'll recognize that, hey, you have this hour. You're doing something good for yourself in your 1 hour class. Be present. Be connected with what you're doing right now. And the practice of just bringing your awareness back to the present moment will definitely be challenging at first, but it will get easier and easier with time. And this will also allow you to have more control over your mind, your awareness, and calm your racing thoughts. Now, over like years and years of research, top doctors, you know, in the top 5, they will always talk about the power of your breath and the quality of your breathing and how this is probably top 5 most important things that you can do for your health. Breathwork helps to put the brakes on our acute stress response. And this diverts the health problems associated with chronic stress, which is a problem that millions and millions and millions of people are experiencing. By eliciting the body's relaxation response, deep abdominal breathing helps to reduce blood pressure. Now that was 10. I'm gonna give you a bonus one, which is reprogramming your subconscious mind. Oof, this is a big one. Now, our subconscious mind controls 95% of our day. We're doing things because there are automatic programs that have been ingrained in us since we were born to about the age of 5 to 7. Now, when we get older, it is harder to rewire our brain because these patterns have been so put into stone and we are so accustomed to our natural patterns. But it is not impossible. So when you are thinking with your conscious mind, your wishes, your desires. When you are fully immersed in an activity and you're not really thinking about what's going on, this is when your subconscious mind takes in. Have you ever driven from point A to point B and you don't even realize how you got there? This was because your subconscious mind kicked in and you were kind of just driving on autopilot. Scientists believe that 95% of your life comes from your subconscious point of view. So this means that 95% of the time you are being driven by your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind at all. So what is subconscious programming? It started between the last trimester of pregnancy to about the age of when you were 7 years old. This period is known as the most important part of our programming and why kids are literally sponges, because they soak up everything and anything during this period of their life. As we become adults, our wiring becomes more fixed because our brains become less malleable as we age. Dr. Lipton explains that your adult life becomes a printout and roadmap of your subconscious programming at this point. What he means is that the limiting beliefs that we have taken on in the first 7 years of our life, they will hold us back in the later part of our life, unless we do something about it. Nothing is set in stone forever. Only if you're willing to do the work, that is. And I mean, if you got to this point in the video, you're a person who wants to do the work and is willing to put in the work to become the best version of yourself.
So, what is a belief? It's a feeling of certainty about what something means. To understand this better, we need to look at where beliefs come from. They come from our knowledge, future vision, environment, past results, and past events. Think of a goal that you've always wanted to achieve. Why haven't you? Whatever your reason, there's always a limiting belief. Limiting beliefs are false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and desires. Mark Manson, New York Times bestselling author, says limiting beliefs come in 3 different flavors. Limiting beliefs about yourself, about the world, and about life. Common limiting beliefs about oneself are about age, personal traits, or feelings. Examples include, I'm too old to change careers, or I'm too ugly to talk to someone remotely attractive. We also adopt many limiting beliefs about the world. Common ones are about disapproval, prejudice, and being special. Examples include, I'm short and short people make less money than tall people, so I didn't try for that promotion. Or I can't quit grad school because my parents will be disappointed. Lastly, we have limiting beliefs about life. These beliefs tend to fall into categories of, I missed the boat, time, and it doesn't exist. Examples include using time as an excuse to avoid changing your diet or reading a book. Now, how can you begin to replace a limiting belief with an empowering one? Question it. Ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? The belief you have that you can't date because of your height? What if you're wrong? The more you question a belief, the more doubt you create. Challenge yourself to imagine a world where your assumption is incorrect. Number 2, ask yourself, how is this belief serving me? Usually we hold on to limiting beliefs because they protect us from struggle and failure, or they make us feel special. Figure out if it's worth holding on to your belief. Number 3, create alternative beliefs. Sure, maybe the average person isn't attracted to your height, but you're not trying to date the average person. You're looking for someone special. Now, it's not as simple as choosing a belief and then you create it. It's about questioning your beliefs like in step 1 and 2. Write your assumption down and come up with 4 to 5 possible alternatives. This forces you to see that you have options of what you're choosing to believe. And finally, test your alternative beliefs to see if they might be true. Treat it like you're trying on a new pair of jeans or adding a new ingredient to a recipe. Challenge your understanding. Test new ideas. You are never at the full expression of yourself. There is always room for growth.
And that brings us to the end of this video. If you found any value from it at all, please drop a like so that more people can find this video. Subscribe to become a part of our community where we talk all things holistic wellness, self-development, and life. Be sure to follow me over on my Instagram and TikTok where I share more wellness content on a daily basis. And I'm sending you love wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Never was a type to go and take it. Gentlemen, the way my mama raised me.